In the welterweight division at UFC 302, you got Phil Rowe coming in at 10-4, taking on Jake Mathews, who comes in at 19-7. So interesting matchup here, welterweight division. Let's get to it. Phil Rowe, 4 inches taller at 6'3". That's important. He's 33, right in the middle of the prime. Jake Mathews, 29. He's kind of entering his prime, kind of in the middle of the prime too. So in terms of age, no big deal there. Phil Rowe with an impressive uh, 9-inch reach advantage. Actually, 8 inches. Wow. Both guys stand right-handed. Phil Rowe, 4 significant strikes per minute. Jake Mathews, 3.3. But the X factor is a takedown game for Jake Mathews, who can land like one or two every 3 rounds on average. Phil Rowe, not great takedown defense though, sitting at just 59%. That's below average. Now, when Phil Rowe wins, he's 4-2 in the UFC, all 4 by KO. So look out for that. He did lose the last fight to Neil Magny by split decision, despite landing a takedown and outstriking Magny. But it was a slow-paced fight and left it in the judges' hands. On the other hand, Jake Mathews is 1-2 in his last 3, losing 2 decisions to Michael Morales, undefeated fighter, right? Trailed 84-57 in significant strikes. He did beat Darius Flowers by submission and lost to Matthew Semmelsberger. Before that, he KO'd Andre Fialho and got submitted, obviously, by Sean Brady, who's really good. So, I mean, tough fight to predict here. The odds are pretty close. Jake Mathews is a tough guy. The takedown game's going to be a problem for Phil Rowe, but I'm going to lean on the fact that Phil Rowe is a slightly better striker. Not like KO power or anything, but ability to keep the distance and kind of piece up Jake Mathews throughout the fight. Mathews is going to try to be aggressive, get into the pocket, and got the advantage in the takedown game if he can land him. So it's going to be a tough night for Phil Rowe, but I still think Phil Rowe is going to win. He's going to have one bad round, but he'll outstrike Jake Mathews, just not in terms of power, but activity. In the other 2 rounds. So I look for Phil Rowe to sneak out a decision victory, maybe even a split decision, to move to 11-4. That's my opinion here. Welterweight division, UFC 302.